My body is pressed against an old Toyota twin cab pickup truck as I'm trying to hide behind it. With every passing second, I'm getting anxious, scared, fearful. My heart is throbbing. It's about to beat my chest. I have my right hand hidden between my body and this pickup truck. I'm trying really hard that no one sees me with it, with what I have in my right hand. I'm standing on the sixth floor of a parking garage inside a popular business center in a very busy commercial area in Karachi, Pakistan. I have my eyes fixed on the rearview mirror of this pickup truck to see that no one is coming from the main building, which is behind me, while I'm also scoping the rest of the garage for any cars coming or leaving. I really don't want anyone to see with what I have in my right hand. As soon as I get this sense that no one is around me, I bring my right hand out, and in my hand I have a lit cigarette, a K2, a cheap Pakistani cigarette blend, and it smells awful. The smoke is revolting. I take a big puff. I hate the fact that this dry smoke is filling up my lungs, but I am smiling, and I can't stop smiling. I feel a little dizzy. I don't know if it's the sense of being elated or the nicotine in the cigarette, but in this moment, I feel liberated, excited, like some kind of crazy rebel declaring victory. You see, smoking was my childhood dream. I always wanted to have a cigarette. When I was in fifth grade, there was this group of boys in my class that everyone considered to be bad kids, but not me. To me, they were mysterious, and I was always curious about them. One day during recess, I see this group sneaking into a back alley, so I decided to investigate. I was finally able to see what they were doing in that alley. They were smoking. It was mind blowing. I was mesmerized. Here, there's this group of 10 years old classmates of mine doing something that only adults are allowed to do. The nerve on these kids. If the teacher catches them, they are going to get the biggest baton, which is the Urdu of ass whooping of their life, with the full support of their parents. I smiled in admiration. I wanted to join them, but I never had the courage to go up to them and ask. So, in my late teens, I was working for an environmental organization in Karachi, Pakistan, and I went on a number of field trips. While coming from one such trip, I was the last person to leave that old Toyota twin cab pickup truck on the sixth floor of that parking garage, and I saw an opportunity to fulfill my childhood dream. The company driver, was a smoker. I summed up all my courage and I offered him 10 rupees to sell me one of his cigarettes. He looked at me with his eyes wide open and instantly said, "Absolutely not." I thought about turning back and thinking that this never happened, but then I said to myself, "Today is the day." I looked him in the eyes and I said, "Well, how about 20 rupees?" We had a quick transaction on the sixth floor of that apartment that day. He gave me one of his K2 cigarette and a lighter too, and walked out of that garage as fast as he could, saying, "I don't want any part of this." You see, in Pakistan, for women to smoke in public is a cultural suicide. A young woman is supposed to obey cultural norms. She's supposed to wear shalwar kameez, the traditional Pakistani dress. cover her head with a big scarf at dupatta, lower her gaze when talk to a man, smile and say yes. If you put a cigarette in her hand, she's in a lot of trouble. She is going to be a social pariah. She's going to lose all her respect in society and any future marriage proposals too. I'm not a smoker, but I'm not going to be also told what to do in life. That day, I fulfilled my childhood dream. I smoked that cigarette in record time without, and I didn't get caught. And when I was done, I smashed that stub on the ground with my foot, and I started walking back to my office thinking, what bad thing am I going to try next?